Alright guys, what's up? Let's finish this nightmare, this amalgamation. I'm prepared for this to go completely off the rails, like completely off the rails to the point where I know I'm not going to be happy with it. Most people have confirmed that I'm not going to be happy with it. And so I realized though that there's not much I could say while I'm experiencing it, so I might as well just try and go ahead and give it what I can. And do my best to enjoy whatever the hell it is that they're gonna try and force feed in the name of nostalgia. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and finish up Hallway Simulator in Hojo's Laboratory. It can't, people are telling me that people are trying to say that it's definitely not going to be great, but it couldn't be that bad. I refuse to believe that the plot is going to get that into absurdity. And also, since I know for a fact that we're going to go ahead and finish this one up tonight, expect a pretty lengthy review at the end of the stream. I think that's probably a given for those of you guys that have followed me for quite a while. You guys know that I always review. So
it's my turn?
And I'm very excited to go ahead and get a review on this game, no matter how difficult it's probably going to be.
This one's for you! Sorry about that. Moving on then.
Is it 4 that we need? If I remember last time it was 4 that was needed. Nice. You should probably go ahead and do that.
Transfusion procedure complete. Commencing test of augmented research specimen.
This was a good idea, right?
Yep. Well, let's go give the others the news.
That you?
Yeah. We found an elevator on our side.
Good. Glad to hear.
But we can't use it for some...
Hojo did something.
There's only one thing we can do.
We unlocked it on our side.
Thanks. Wait for it there.
Right. Now we head back to that door.
Alright.
Made Wedge wait a while to be rescued.
Guess so.
You know, he really likes you.
Maybe.
Friendly guy, but he has a hard time opening up to people.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
He's got your back, though. Makes 2 of us.
I don't understand why. You know what? No. There's no... I'm not going to comment on the plot. It's not going to do anything. Just, we're going to sit back and we're going to enjoy. There comes a line when I've kind of drawn in my head. Like, I'm going through the stages of grief here. And this just isn't Final Fantasy VII anymore.
You hear that?
Run!
Is this weird thing really going to be a boss now? It is going to be a boss now.
Blind fish spot here is trying to turn us into mess meat.
I don't remember what this thing's called, but this appears in that one. The sword appeared.
Damn time.
In the trailer, I thought Aerith was fighting it. I wonder if this like jumps to a lower floor or something, and you have to use both parties. That'd be kind of creative. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly.
Bring it to heat.
Oh, I forgot to assess. There goes my 100% completion. Oh, that's why we saw it in the trailer. So both sides do fight it. Okay. Creative, next level gameplay.
I'm coming.
Hopefully Claude gets the chance to finish it off because I didn't assess it. This will be the first enemy in the game I didn't assess, actually. And trust me, I don't want to replay this.
Feeling chilly?
Wow, you could just stand to the side. That's a good point, but I don't really want to do that either.
One more shot.
It's either we play as Cloud or we don't get this anymore. And to be honest, I'm
I'll take care of
just
you.
kind of okay with not getting it.
What the? You can do it. I got this. Won't miss. Good luck. Here goes. Don't catch a cold. Go on.
Wow. Oh, I might just die here, mate.
There.
No, we're good.
Bring it. This one's for you. Go on.
I'm trying to pressure him just so that way if I stagger, maybe it'll go ahead and switch phases, you know? That's alright. We just don't get this thing. It's not the end of the world. It's not like this gives me anything in game.
That's it. We'll make it quick. Mind backing off a bit? That's enough.
Again, you triumph. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Yes, I believe I have just about all the data that I require. Then, we are ready to proceed to the next stage.
Yes, we got it to work.
Could this be a trap?
Don't worry, the elevators are safe.
I like the stairs better.
All right, if you say so. Huh? Are we there already?
No, something tells me that we aren't. Call it a hunch.
I hear something.
I don't really know if I should like restore HP. I guess there's no harm in doing so.
I think it might be locked from this side.
Should we open it up then?
Cloud,
Hey, you guys.
hey. Band's back together. Past time we got out of here and made our way to the roof.
There's an elevator just over there. But it will move only at Hojo's discretion.
Well, okay then. Looks like the elevator is working.
It appears Hojo's done having his fun.
Glad to hear he enjoyed the show.
We're back. Again.
Yeah.
Hey! What the hell's going on?
Who would...
The
may
Genova
find
part
out
was
soon.
taken.
Let's go.
Oh, it's not blood anymore? Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Yep.
So what's
It's
above this floor?
The president's office.
Yep.
And then the roof.
Yep. Oh. It's purple
Wait.
alien goo. I
Once
like
we
Red
get in
13
that
a lot.
elevator,
Honestly,
there's
I think he
no
might be the
turning
best
already.
voice actor, and I mean that.
Right?
The elevator back there. Now's the time for any unfinished business.
Yes, just
I'm ready to
end
do
me.
this. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm glad they kept the Trail of Blood scene, you guys. They really did a good job with that. They really added to the Sephiroth background. Nice, no employees anywhere, no bot, nope. Okay, at least the remix of Trail of Blood is good, except, you know, there's kind of no blood on the screen. That kind of should go in tandem with the song called Trail of Blood, but, you know, what do I know? Next up, President Shinra's gonna be alive. He's not gonna have the Masamune through the back of his head. Please let that be true, by the way.
Where the hell is that bastard hiding?
And Sephiroth?
Wait, I can hear something.
Help! Is anybody there? Help me! Please! Hey! Please help me!
No, we're taking a nap first.
Hey!
If he's like hanging off the edge of the tower, I swear on my life.
Is anyone out there? Help me! Please! Please!
This is a nightmare. Please, somebody tell me this is a goddamn nightmare. I'm serious. Please. Someone just gonna chat, tell me this is just a joke. I'm living in some alternate timeline reality forking nonsense. This isn't real.
Help me! Hey!
Please.
Hey!
Somebody.
Is anyone out there?
Please tell me this isn't real.
Help me!
Please.
Well.
Pull me up! I'll give you all the
Oh
money
my
you want!
God.
I have killed plenty of it!
Thing is, I don't want your money.
Please. Just let me live. Everything you want can be yours.
Please.
I'm
Someone
a man
just
of
tell me
modest
this is a
dreams.
joke.
Dropping you from 70 stories up would get me damn near to good.
But not all the way. You want something more, don't you?
More than this right here? Talk to me again like you know me.
Barrett! Stop it!
You're gonna get on TV and tell them. Tell them what you did to Sector 7. That it was you who killed all those people. Then, you're gonna tell them the truth about Avalanche. That Avalanche ain't Wu-Tai or anybody's puppet. That Avalanche fights for the people, the planet. That we fight to hold Shinra to account for its crimes. That is Avalanche. The filthy sewer rats who brought down a Goliath. You tell them that.
Is that really all you want? For your names to be cleared? That is what matters most to you? More than shutting down
Let me
the
guess, he has a gun now.
than the future of the planet itself?
Like in the trailer.
Damn.
You're lying to yourself even now.
Oh my God.
Truth, justice, honor, freedom. Vain indulgences everyone. Picture it. Picture a world without Shinra.
Oh my God.
Without Mako energy. A stagnant, impotent world. Now picture a natural disaster. Who would help the people? Help them recover and rebuild? You? With their old world ruined, will they thank you for the new?
Hey, he's kind of right.
I'm going to give you a chance. One last opportunity to consider what your principles are truly worth. But bear in mind that time is of the essence.
And what about you, Mr. President? What are your vaunted principles?
What principles? Did you understand even a single word of what I told you? I know what I want, and I take it. I take advantage
No.
of whatever I can.
The Shinra massacre needed to happen. The Trail of Blood arc is so important. So freaking important, and they just cut it out like it was nothing. Let me guess, he's been stabbed by Sephiroth.
You son of a bitch!
Okay.
Barrett!
Oh God. Barrett's died. Oh no. Sephiroth, that was one of the worst facial animations I've seen in a while. It looked like it looked like a 5-year-old kid. Use rays. And they have now spoiled the second biggest spoiler in Final Fantasy VII. Don't play this game. Don't. If you want to get the original story of Final Fantasy VII, don't play this. Don't. It's just not. It's not worth it. Don't. In fact, I would argue if you're a fan of the original, don't play this game. Don't. This is a character assassination, a spitting on a masterpiece, a defamation of it. They've given out the two biggest spoilers in all of Final Fantasy VII within about a 2-hour period, with the 2 hours being Hallway Simulator. They have spoiled that Cloud was never in Soldier, and they have spoiled that Sephiroth has been able to communicate using Sephiroth clones from Genova cells. This is part 1. And they've already given up the two biggest spoilers for Final Fantasy VII, which in the original, you spent 3 discs trying to figure out. The rest of this series is going to be a dumpster fire, and I can't wait to watch it burn. I hope this game burns brighter than the Nibelheim incident.
The source of everything.
On a positive, Genova looks good.
Get ready. Let's move in.
Alright, I hear that Genova thing going on.
Allow me.
That's not the first, yeah. But that's also not the first Genova that you fight. The first Genova you fight is in Costa del Sol on the ship. Well, the ship from Junon to Costa del Sol, I should say, to be completely accurate.
Here goes. It's
No, I know you did. I'm just saying for chat's sake. It's not weak to poison? Okay. Oh, in the original it's not either, actually. I think you could actually poison it in the original. I'm like 99% sure you can.
Here we go.
Genova looks good. Should this fight be happening right now? Hell no. Shouldn't be. There's no reason to spoil one of the biggest things in Final Fantasy VII. Why? Why would you do that to the people who... I can't even tell you the amount of people, too, who've asked me, like, I've never played the original Final Fantasy VII. Is this going to be, like, you know, is this going to be good? Is this going to be good, you know? I can't handle the bad graphics of the original. Is this going to be like a good placeholder? And for a while I really thought it was going to be, but this is a mess. This is an amalgamation. When people said they wanted a remake of this game for the longest time, they didn't say a reimagination with a different story that's written by someone with the mind of a 13-year-old. They wanted Final Fantasy VII.
Don't overdo it.
And the further and further that this game is deviating from that, I've realized that we are probably never going to get the proper remake that we as Final Fantasy VII fans deserve and want. And that is the true black pill of this experience. It's not that the story's a mess. which it is. It's not that they're going and like actively ruining this, but it's the fact that we will never get the remake that we were both promised and have wanted for so long. And that is truly disgusting. I mean, watching all of those, is he just like only susceptible to... Okay, it doesn't really matter. After watching all of those videos on the frickin' the little thing that they did, the how they were saying that, like the documentary they're doing about making the game, the final one said that they were not going to deviate from the plot and it was going to have the same main story. It's just, that's such a lie, that's such false advertising. It's just bad, it's disgusting. And I'm beginning to realize that more and more as time goes on. This isn't Final Fantasy VII. It's not. That's true. That's what's truly disgusting. And that's the word that keeps coming to mind too. Is disgust. Because that's what this is.
I got this.
No, Aerith, I'm feeling sad.
We've got
What am I supposed to be hitting?
Here it comes. That's that. Enough. Brace yourself.
Why? Oh my god, we just have to keep going? Really? Like, what is this anymore? We're just gonna keep fighting tentacles or what? Yep, we are. Riveting.
That was close. You can do it. Gotcha. There. We can do better. It's on you. I'm coming.
Let's do this.
Wow.
Just hang on.
Fun.
Let me handle this. Can you fight?
Let's see here, limit break. I don't even care if we waste it. Is it cool?
You're gonna feel this one.
That was really cool.
Here goes.
Bring it.
Echo herbs. Oh, Echo missed. I'm sorry.
This one's for you.
I'm glad they made that change.
I'll take care of you. No big deal. Why don't you lead the way? Good luck.
Hang back.
Is it open now? Okay. Well, I guess let's stagger it. Oh my god. We have to do all this again? Bro, are you serious? Okay. There's gotta be, like, this is, I'm doing something, I want to believe I'm doing something wrong. This is atrocious.
Let's dance, asshole.
I'll take care of you.
It is also very slow. I'm thinking it will get faster. Yep.
You okay?
It's on you. I'll show you what I can do.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, see, now this is the Genova theme. See, yeah, no, this is, yeah, exactly. Now we're forking cooking. This is the Genova thing. What?
Still in it. No, we'll keep it together.
All set. Watch yourself. So it's my turn? Okay, let's go. You're up. Here goes. Understand. One more shot. Can you take over for me?
My turn.
On any note, this is fantastic. I think this might be a better theme than Genova Absolute. Not a better fight than Genova Absolute. This is kind of atrocious, but
I'm coming.
this song is a slapper.
This one's for you.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, no, we're getting there now.
Okay. That's it.
I'll look after.
Just a little should help. You were right. One more shot.
Why is she? Oh, she's just immune to damage now.
I'll take care of you. Go on, bring it. This one's for you. Tagging out. Let's go.
Aim back.
Oh.
Try this.
We can just let Bio kill him, honestly.
I got this. So it's my turn?
Wait, does Bio actually do it?
With your love and grace.
Bio actually did it? LOL. Oh my god. That's not how that's supposed to happen. Oh, it's okay. There's just another one. Oh, look at the ghoster in the outside too. That's good.
HQ, this is Avalanche 3-1. Making another pass to search for friendlies.
Helicopter's gonna get shot down now. Or maybe the ghosts are gonna take the helicopter down. Oh, Sephiroth is gonna destroy the helicopter? Oh. 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 Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh! Okay. Good, I was...
Barrett, are you hurt?
Wow.
This death was not the one ordained for you by fate.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Do 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 do. Do do. Letting me down, letting me down, letting me down. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. Look at those textures. Is he gonna shoot down the avalanche helicopter? Oh. Okay. This helicopter's gonna get shot down, I just know.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, he's
Hey,
good as new.
Get your man.
He got away.
About time we made our escape too.
Please get it shot down. This is the best writing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't understand why anyone said that the final 4 hours doesn't have a good story. I don't understand how anyone could have predicted that helicopter getting shot down. That was such the biggest plot twist I have ever seen of any Final Fantasy game in my entire life. I feel genuine concern for the Avalanche pilot. Wow. Heartbreaking.
Sure you want to do this personally, boss?
Please have a good voice. I don't know how anyone could have predicted the helicopter getting shot down, guys. He has a really good design.
If it ain't Rufus Shinra, heir to the throne himself.
Yep.
Stop.
The hell I will. We can finish off the family here and now.
Take Aerith and get out of here. I'll buy you guys some time.
I think so.
I can stay here, back you up.
Barrett. I'm asking you.
Please have the ghost come and like take Aerith and Barrett downstairs.
Fine. Have it your way then. But you better be right behind us.
That'd be pretty epic. Is there gonna be no cash money elevator fight? Oh wow, epic one tap.
You're a soldier, aren't you?
He sounds like that one guy.
Which, of course, would mean that I own you.
I kind of like his voice. I get 8 out of 10.
Soldier. I quit.
Secure the others. Just the two of us. Well, maybe 3.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, this theme.
I got your number. I'm waiting. Enough.
Okay.
Come on.
Think fast.
Okay, so when he reloads,
Shameful.
it's when he's down. We could work around this for sure. But we gotta focus on Darkstar first. We gotta make this a 1v1. I don't really know how.
Bring it. Bring it. Gotcha. Whatever.
Come on.
Alright, he just counters everything. Okay. Wait, I have an idea about how to do this. There's an actual decent idea. Yep, it worked.
Understood.
Think you got my number?
Not at all. You're making me sweat. Good thing I came prepared.
What in the?
That's a new trick. Like it? Of course you do. You'll like it.
What the?
Still in it.
I gotta get that ATV up. Bright lights, dodgeable. Thunderclap, just dodge or blood guard. Oh my god.
Okay. No more playing nice.
Could I miss a limit break?
Nothing personal. Getting into it. Gotta be careful.
What is happening? This is so messy, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Feeling good. Not looking good. Come on. Ready? Showtime. Feel like where were we?
If I can get the dog to follow me. Oh, never mind.
I'm waiting.
Oh my god.
To me. All right. You're mine.
Once his dog's done, it's GG for Rufus Man. Alright.
Now it's just the two of us. Let's make it a night to remember. It's on for real now? Yeah.
Oh man.
Be on it. Ready? Here we go. Showtime. Come on.
Okay, so the only way to really get Rufus is whenever he reloads. You've got to jump on him pretty much immediately. So you got to stay in close on him. Guard a lot. Wait for him to reload. And hop on it. Hitting him with a certain attack? What's that, a certain attack? Anything? What attack will automatically stagger him?
Get ready. Come on. Pay attention.
Wonder, is it triple slash?
Keep it up. Don't get cocky.
No, it's not.
Come on. I'm waiting.
I'm confused by asserting a certain attack.
Showtime. Where were we?
I have enough MP to kind of waste.
Ready? Steady.
Dude.
Okay. Interesting. Bring it. Keep it up.
Is it braver maybe? It is. Ah, they wanted to throw back to the original.
Here it comes. I'm waiting. Sorry.
That misses, of course.
Bring it. fast. That it?
That doesn't. Oh my!
Whatever.
Nope.
You'll like it. Going all out. That's great. Brace yourself. Get ready.
I don't need to.
I could end this, here and now.
Ghost, please.
No, not quite.
Oh.
Tonight marks a new beginning. For Shinra.
Well, they kept that kind of intact. Ghost, save him.
You gotta be better than this. If you're gonna play the hero.
No elevator fight?
Think they can manage on their own?
You've seen them both in action. You know they can. Besides...
Elevator fight?
Gotta believe they made it out.
I hope so.
Damn it.
Hey.
Screw it. We gotta go back.
Hey.
What, Red? Get down!
Elevator fight, they kept this. Wow, I can't believe I even have to say that they kept things, because it should be, you know. Oh, they didn't. It's gonna be fought on the ground. Okay, good. I was scared they almost kept something from the original game. Jeez, it worried me for a second.
Barrett! Not again! You can't stop me! For Biggs! For Jesse! Tifa! And Barrett too! I'm sorry, Cloud. Just tell me that I made a difference.
No, he's not gonna die. He has plot armor. Is this for materia slots or? You know what? I don't even. I should be able to be fine.
Hey, still in one piece?
Yeah, somehow.
Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Hopefully this has good music.
Okay, you asked for it then. Fuck all this!
Get ready.
I was born with red.
I could. I like this. This song slaps. It is going to. This is a song in the trailer.
Overriding main cannon safety protocols.
Yeah, this is a good remix of Those Who Fight Further. Maybe one of the better ones I've heard from this game.
It looks like it's charging up.
I'll blow it to pieces.
Oh, it has its own theme?
Fire in one off.
Oh, we're dead. I wonder how Retro Teen's doing.
I'll show you what I can do. Why don't you lead the way? Wait, I'm coming! Tagging out!
Watch and learn.
Too easy.
You got this.
I'll show you what I can do.
Now let's wait for it to switch. Switch back. I'll wait for it to switch again. And switch back.
One more shot. Why don't
Now
you lead the
switch
way?
back.
show you what I can do. That was something. Gotta heal first.
Oh, now it can move. Oh, so we gotta take out its wheels. Okay. Why don't we do any damage to the wheels? Do we have to do damage to him first, maybe?
One more shot. Hey!
Need my help, do you?
I guess.
Back to the lift.
Yeah, it's also tiresome. You might want to get out of that, Aerith. Okay, I guess it's just not gonna hit you. That works too.
I'll take care of you.
Don't let me down, y'all.
Stay strong, okay?
Dagger, man.
I'm coming. Okay. Come on, team.
Let's kick it up and down.
Sorry.
Okay, start taking out the wheels.
Bring in the heat.
This one's for you.
I owe you one.
Threat level critical.
I don't know what this remake is.
Just go away. Here goes. Cut.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not either.
Is that all you got?
I had the best day of my life. Nah, it was really, really lame. This school. The whole online school thing's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Like my professor, I didn't even read the lecture or the slides for this week, and my professor, my professor just made us ask like the questions that the professor made us ask, basically, or asked us, I should say. They were just very, very simple. No, this wasn't a class where I had there was no Zoom tonight, which is rather unfortunate. Or else I definitely would have. That's going to come on Thursday, though. I already have it all typed out and everything, which is very exciting. What else did I do today? Oh, I went on a run. And let me tell you guys, having to wear a mask when you run is just, it's not great. It's absolutely not great. It really sucks, you guys. It's just not spectacular. And I don't know, it just wasn't too great. Like, you just, you know, because when you're running and you want to breathe through your mouth, or
I'll take care of you.
rather, you know, you want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, if you really, really want to go ahead and get technical. And not being able to breathe out of your mouth without being, like, stuck in your own carbon dioxide, whatever that is, it's kind of a mess. Right, and so you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not the best feeling in the world. Most definitely not. By the way, don't ask me how it's still standing when all 4 of its wheels are gone. Shouldn't be able to move, but I don't rant the plot. Obviously.
Okay.
Oh, he's kind of dead now. So.
If more come, we're done.
Finish this quick.
Not this again.
We can't hide. What do we do?
Stop its attack.
Gotta love it. Want some more? Fire in one off. Gotta love it.
Is it gonna shoot out the thing, or? Okay.
Damn. Does it feel good to be alive?
Quiet. You'll still die later tonight.
Yeah.
Cloud and Tifa could be dead already.
The hell they are.
And we need to find a way we can all escape, and quickly.
You're right. Let's go.
So I finished up all my homework, played some Animal Crossing. That was good. That's my game of the year so far. No, wait. Summer Pockets is. Animal Crossing's up to though. Definitely having an enjoyment. You know what I'm not having enjoyment with? This.
All we gotta do now is find the others.
No more random fights, or? Is that Heidergar? You know, I'm a sad person when I could tell who it is, like what character it is by their shoes.
Yes, I can see that. It was only a matter of time. Here we are. So then, what is this ragtag group of misfits?
Depressed.
Avalanche.
Local florist.
Lab rat dog.
They say this line to Heidegger now instead of Shinra. Shinra doesn't even give his cool new speech. This is the best remake of all time.
And where are the rest of you? Up your ass.
Haha, epic! He said the A word.
What I would have chosen as my last words. Secure the ancient, but feel free to kill both the idiot and the dog. Aerith, you saved my Marlene. Now, it's time I return the favor.
Wait!
Oh yes, this would definitely stop the firing squad. Can crazy motorcycle chase start already?
Loud!
Oh, it's just a epic main theme. Why don't you just kill Heidegger? Okay. Wow. Whoa, epic.
Everyone, get in!
Let's go. Stop them, you fools! Don't let them escape!
They're not gonna go upstairs and jump out the glass. Okay. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Why's he always got a... Whoa! Whoa! Shit!
Why would they not kill Heidegger? Whatever, whatever. This is the best game of all time. Come on, go out the glass! Yeah, go for it. Oh, he spared him. Crazy motorcycle chase. Come on. Oh my God. You guys, I can't stream the final hour of the game. The final hour of the game is content restricted. Meaning that you guys will not be able to see a picture. You guys will not be able to hear a sound. But instead, I mean, I'm assuming you guys can hear my commentary because I see you guys talking in chat. This is truly spectacular. So, all of Chapter 18 is completely content barred. So, if you guys decided on leaving, I completely understand. That's cool. But I will give commentary and I will try and give you guys the exact depiction of what's going on. So, I'm going to be like, this is going to be some fantastic commentation here. Tifa is driving the car. Barrett told Red 13 he needs to lighten up. He told Red 13 he needs to smile. Red 13 gave a Kamari tear smile. Barrett says that he shouldn't smile anymore. The ghosts are chasing the car. Oh, I'm sorry. The ghosts have enveloped the Shinra building. You can't see the Shinra building anymore. It's just ghosts. Tifa's driving. Everyone turns around at the same time. Yeah, the Shinra building is gone. It's just ghosts. More of the Dementors are going up to the Shinra building. Aerith is looking around questioned. She called them whispers. The ghosts are getting higher and higher. Okay, so now it shows the roof of the Shinra building. It's enveloped. There's probably about, if I had to guess, probably about 100,000. No. These are big ghosts. Maybe like 10,000. Kind of like guess the M&Ms in the jar. There's more inside of the Shinra building now. The inside, they're just taking it over. Sung and Rufus are looking over at them. Oh, this is an hour and a half? Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed the commentary. Rufus is questioned, wondering what these ghosts are, which is interesting because he hasn't touched Aerith, so Nomura has already violated his own plot point. Both of them are looking rather confused. No, some of these ghosts are big, though. Rufus is very confused as to why the ghosts are taking over Shinra HQ. Oh, Sung says he can't see them. Sung has gotten a phone call right after he said that he can't see them. No, like they're like 300 feet tall. Not really, they're probably like 20 feet tall. No, I don't know. I don't know how big Shinra Tower is. I have to do some math. Rufus is just looking at them in the background. They're kind of just vibing. Like a school of fish. Sung wants to know what Rufus's orders are. No, the ghost isn't on the phone. Rufus said he wants to quote unquote bring them in. Yeah, no, these ghosts are big. Barrett says that the building's made of them. Yeah, says Cloud. Tifa asks Aerith, what are they doing? Aerith says, who knows? Barrett asks, I hope Wedge is okay. Tifa says, I hope he's okay too. Red 13 says, they're coming. Barrett asks, who? Oh, the motorcycle chase is happening. The crazy motorcycle chase is on. It sounds like a techno reboot. I'm not too big of a fan of it. Cloud is revving up the engine. Oh, they don't have the little... Okay. The guards have pulled out guns and are shooting at Barrett, who is, for some reason, not shooting back. Some of the soldiers are... I have to pause. Cloud stabbed a guy, and his motorcycle blew up at the same time, but Cloud didn't really touch the motorcycle. Cloud has stabbed another... Oh, his motorcycle just exploded too. I still have not played yet, by the way. This is just kind of like CG stuff. Cloud just stabbed one of the officers who flew into the other officer, and then he did a 360 drift, and both of their motorcycles exploded. All right, so now more Shinra officers are coming through, and I have assumed the role of Cloud now. So I'm assuming now begins the motorcycle chase. Yes, it is the same exact controls as the Jesse scene. Don't think that this is anything new or different. Because it's not. So we're kind of just vibing over here. It's still the same exact attacks as the whole thing with Roche and that chase. That was kind of just warm up. You can still do the spinning slash when it's close. Oh, they brought in the SWAT van. This is kind of interesting. I don't really know how a sword is going to pierce a SWAT van. Barrett has begun shooting. He's not doing much damage. I am now trying to stab the SWAT van, and it's really, really not being that effective. I'm glad that's pretty real. I'm going to go ahead and use the spinning slash move. It didn't really do too much. Once again, I think that using a sword is kind of ineffective when going against a armored vehicle. Barrett just shot it, and there was like a really big explosion. I'm kind of confused as to why there was a big explosion. He didn't limit break or anything. He just kind of shot at it. By the way, that if some of you guys are wondering why don't I just stab the tires on the SWAT truck? They're armored too. Half of the SWAT truck is now on fire. It has maybe about under 20% HP if I had to give a good margin. The ghosts are now entering the highway. Not interactable though. They're just kind of floating. You can kind of see them above. The music is kind of fallen off. Like you could tell they tried for this song, but there's just not as much soul as the original version. I still can't catch up to the armored car, probably because, it's going very fast. I have stabbed the armored car and it has now exploded, but it's still moving. I don't understand. Oh. No, the ghosts are not in the van. Okay, so now there's armored cars. Or I'm sorry, there's oh my. Okay. Okay. So there's like a roadblock that has like spike strip. Cloud stabbed the wheel and the truck did like a 360 flip and then it landed on the roadblock. So they were able to get through. Helicopters are on us now. Barrett says he's going to take down the chopper. If you guys are wondering, yes, I can target the chopper using the long-range move. No, I do not understand how the chopper is attacking. Red 13 says he wants to give me something. Red 13 has used Cure on me, but I was kind of already at nearly full HP. Red 13 says that there's more people coming in behind us. It's not people anymore. It's just, it's like those little robot things I really did not like. The sentry guns, the ones that float. You remember the ones from the chase scene with Jesse that completely ruined the whole entire segment? Yeah, they're back. So I'm glad. I was really missing them. We're still going on the highway. This could end at any time, and I'd kind of be, I'd be a little happy. I just missed with the long-range spinning attack. I'm kind of confused as to why. We're fighting against the MX thing. I forget what it's called. The one that with like the rotating blades on it. They were on Crisis Core. They were in this one. If you get hit by this machine, which by the way Barrett is not shooting at, he's now shooting at. Everyone says keep it up. Keep up the good work. So that's really encouraging. I really needed to hear that. Tifa's car has a health bar too, by the way, so kind of like the original you could see. Yeah. You have a question or? Aerith says she asked the motorball thing, can you please move? We're in a hurry. The thing isn't moving. He doesn't care that we're in a hurry. Alright, I'm now hurting it. Winnie the Pooh! Winnie the Pooh has joined the fray. No, we're still fighting the same thing. If you guys ever want to know the definition of an HP sponge, I've been hitting this thing for probably about 7 minutes now, and he's only about a quarter of the HP left. Barrett has stopped shooting, and even when he does, he doesn't really do damage to it. And it's a repeating background in the background. So that kind of adds to the immersion. It really feels like a Los Angeles freeway. So I hope that's what they were going for. Because if so, they have done their purpose. Yeah, I'm kind of a little burnt out on this already. You know how in the original this scene was really like not short, but it was kind of short, and then when you do it again at the Golden Saucer, like the reason why you want to go back is because it was short, and you're like, man, I wish I could relive that. This is the exact opposite. I want this to end at any time. There's also a few lights that come on, like an underground tunnel. Alright, I killed the MX saw blade, and the background has immediately changed because you know that's how freeways work. Once you kill the enemy, you transcend dimensions. Red 13 has used Cure on me again, but he has not used Cure on himself, which is rather interesting. There's another roadblock. The freeway has been blown up. Oh, okay. I had to pause again. We're driving so fast that we're stopping. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The ghosts have come up and have protected us. They pushed us. The ghosts pushed us past the blown up freeway. So we didn't die in the accident. Yeah, they kind of pushed us to go faster. So we dodged explosions on a freeway on a motorcycle. This theme has changed, and we're now actually going against soldier third classes, it looks like. The ghosts are now everywhere. I mean, like, you look up in the sky, you're seeing ghosts. It's like a goddamn snowstorm. The helicopters come back, by the way. The freeway behind us has completely collapsed. The soldier third classes are really, really strong. They have about as much HP as the motorball, I'd say. Barrett's trying to focus on shooting the helicopter, but I really don't know how well that's going to work out for him. They're kind of like drifting everywhere, these soldier third class guys. They're pretty good. They give Initial D a run for its money, really, and they're on motorcycles too, which makes it all the more impressive. Barrett has begun shooting, like I said, at the helicopter, and it is not working. The helicopter has now said that they are going to start targeting the wheels of both the motorcycle and the car, which is, you know, kind of changes things a little bit. I decided to do Blade Beam on the helicopter. Once again, I don't know how effective that was. Oh, we could do a cool jump. That was epic. Barrett just used Big Shot on the helicopter. The helicopter caught on fire. It's still shooting, though. Cloud dodged all the... Okay, I had to pause again. Cloud's dodged all the bullets by doing a wheelie and then went on a ramp and then jumped. And the shot was so bad that it looked like he wasn't going to make it. And then he kind of just teleported over. And with a single cut from the sword, he cut off the rotary track of the helicopter. So its blades are gone. The helicopter landed on the car, and the ghost pushed the helicopter off the car, so they lived again. There's now a Latin choir. Red 13 has used Cura on us yet again. And yes, the chase scene is still going. Red 13 says they're protecting us to make sure that Destiny doesn't change. Okay, the motorball's here. You guys know the original boss, final boss of this whole segment. He looks really good. He has like these like neon wheels. Red 13 used the 300-pound joke that he did in the trailer. And now we're fighting against the motorball. You could target the tires, it looks like. I have almost taken over all tires on the left side. All tires on the left side have been eradicated. Going for the targets on the right. Okay, the tires on the right side have been taken out, all except for the passenger side. I can't really call it that because it's a 6-wheel, but the one on the right, the one tire on the right. Okay, he's staggered. He's staggered now because I blew up his tires. I'm doing quite a bit of damage to him. I'd say I probably did about a quarter damage to him if I had to give a margin. He's lighting on fire. Oh, he's doing that really cool spinny move that he does. You know, like the one where the fire one. Oh, he used Cure on the tires and they're back now. I guess Cure works for tires and stuff like that too. That's rather interesting because, you know, I don't remember that in the lore. Obviously, I didn't play the game. So the more you hit him, the more he actually staggers. I have him at about 408% right now. So the more damage you do, obviously, the more you hit him, the more damage you do. He's doing the fire attack again. You just have to go ahead and pull over to the side. The ghosts are now, once again, more. Okay, so once again, okay, he's flying now, you guys. He's flying. He's driven really far ahead, and now he's throwing landmines that you have to dodge. Tifa, I mean, as much as I love her, she is not a very good driver. She has hit every single landmine. It's okay though. Yeah. He used Cure on the tire, and the tires came back. I wish I had that so that way I could fix my parents' relationship. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead and take out more. We can't actually go fast enough to take out the tires because we're kind of at like a locked speed. He's staggered again. He's about 480% staggered. 490, 512, 518. Give you an idea here. He's probably about 20% HP, you guys. He's used Cure on the tires yet again. The music has become a lot more urgent, but at the same time, I almost feel like this soundtrack is a little trying too hard. The moment really isn't that intense, nor is it that cool, but the music is playing like you're down 3-2 in the Stanley Cup final, and it's Game 7's about to start. You know what I mean? I meant wait, down 3-2, Game 6. The logic of curing tires has been so weird. He shot. Okay, the machine has hit his own landmine, and as a result of which started going haywire and shooting us with more stuff. I'm kind of confused by that. By the way, my HP is getting rather low, not because I'm getting hit by anything, but because he does a lot of damage, which is really interesting to think about. Also, being at a lock speed and not being able to hit the last tires is kind of weird. It kind of gives away the whole entire point of, I have killed the motor ball. I'm going to go get some water because there's no way that was the final boss. Okay, we're back. Barrett says, okay, y'all, let's finish him off. Come on. We're at the end of the freeway. Red 13 has done a backflip and is on Cloud's motorcycle. Red 13 has now done a backflip off of the motorcycle and onto the motorball, to which he has bit and ripped the head off and done another front flip now back into Tifa's car. Motorball is spinning off of control. We just jumped from freeway to freeway. That didn't look real. And Motorball fell off because he was on fire. Sephiroth's at the end of the freeway. Like, you know how Motorball's at the end of the freeway, kind of? Sephiroth's literally at the end of the freeway. Oh, no, he was just a delusion. I'm sorry. Cloud saw him and he put on the brakes. Okay, there is a single black feather that is falling down on the ground. The feather has dilapidated. It is gone. Cloud is very, very confused. So much so that he's holding his sword in the wrong hand. There's a save point, and the mission is entitled The End of the Road. I have all my stats are filled, and then... oh, I accidentally misclicked on. I guess we're going to take a nap at the bench real quick, which I understand completely. Because, you know, we just survived quite a bit. I'm turned around right now. I'm going to go ahead and save real quick just because, you know, I'm going to make a new save slot actually. I'm going to go ahead and turn around now because I want to see how Shinra Tower is looking. Good news, you guys. The ghosts from Shinra Tower are now just floating above it like a flock of seagulls. They're not surrounding it anymore. The clouds are not moving, and it looks kind of like a canvas. Like, this is some of the worst texture work oh my god. I think they have actually reused assets from the original Final Fantasy VII in the background. I kid you not, you guys. The sky is the same exact texture as Final Fantasy VII 1. I am not kidding you guys. I'm not making this up. It is the same exact texture. Usually, I would go ahead and say that's that's kind of lazy work. That the clouds are like that. But this is obviously, you guys don't understand how high IQ Nomura is. You don't understand how big his brain is. That is actually a reference to the original Final Fantasy VII. They're purposely using bad textures in the sky to make you remember how you felt when you left Midgar for the first time. I'm moving closer towards the mountains, kind of towards calm, but at the same time, the background textures are so atrocious that it doesn't look like I'm moving at all. It looks kind of like a stagnant wall, and I'm slowly getting closer. It doesn't feel vibrant or real. Those chosen by the planet has started. Another black wing is falling. Sephiroth is now floating above the party. He's just floating. He doesn't have a wing. He's not flying. He's just floating. Okay, he landed. Those chosen by the planet sounds hellish. Barrett wants to fight Sephiroth, but Aerith holds his arm back and says, "Don't fight him." Red 13 also wants to fight him, but he's just kind of growling. Aerith is now... Okay. Aerith is now slowly walking towards Sephiroth, and she said, "You're wrong." Sephiroth says, "Those who look with clouded eyes see nothing but shadows." Aerith gives back probably the best reply since "I know you are, but what am I? Everything about you is wrong." Which is interesting because Aerith shouldn't know Sephiroth. Just throwing it out there. Sephiroth says, all who are born are bound to her. I had to keep... Should this world be unmade, so too shall her children. Cloud says, "The world won't end today, but you're ending today." That's also a really good one. I think that's better than "your mom." The ghosts are back at Shinra Tower. Maybe they just didn't have the budget to put the textures in, so I couldn't see it from the background. Sephiroth says, "Listen. Oh my god, the ghosts have now dilapidated into about 1 million forms, you guys. It looks like a nuclear bombing. I'm not kidding. There's a big explosion of ghosts. They're screaming." Sephiroth says, "Destiny has come." Cloud's going schizo. They're showing the ending scene of Crisis Core. Zack is alive, you guys. Zack is watching this go down. I just want to go ahead and let you know Zack is watching this go down. He has probably the worst voice actor I've ever heard in my entire life. Oh my god, his character model almost it's a mixture between Zack and El Goblino. He says, "We drag our A-words all this way, and this is the welcome we get to Midgar?" Yeah, this voice actor is atrocious. Okay, so they're showing the final scene of Crisis Core, The Last Stand. Literally verbatim. Okay, the ghosts are now flying around the ending scene of Crisis Core. Zack has picked up the Buster Sword and says, "Boy, oh boy, the price of freedom is steep." Zack sounds like Mr. Mosby. Okay, this is word for word Crisis Core's ending. Zack has now picked up the Buster Sword. He has put it to his head, and he's going to say the famous lines that we all know: "Embrace your dreams, and whatever happens, proves your honor as a soldier." Oh my god, his voice actor, you guys, is atrocious. The ghosts have now dilapidated again. By the way, that was a flashback. Sephiroth has now used Spatial Rend, that attack that Palkia does in Pokemon Platinum, on the ghosts. And there's like a huge portal. He's kind of just standing over it. The lyrics now are starting to thump. Sephiroth tells him, "I'm waiting, Claude." Claude has begun to moan. Sephiroth has stepped into the Organization 13 Spatial Rend portal. Claude is going to go step into it. He has hilted his sword. Cloud is going to walk towards it. Aerith has grabbed his left arm. Aerith says, "This is the point of no return." She is shaking her head no. Aerith is using Healing Wind. Aerith has used Healing Wind. Her theme has now... Okay, her theme has now jumped into those chosen by the planet. Aerith is now saying, "Destiny's Crossroads." Cloud has said, "Why did you stop me from killing him?" Aerith says, I don't know why. Tifa said, what's on the other side of that portal? Aerith says, freedom. The opening of the game is playing, the opening song. Aerith says, terrifying freedom. Like a never-ending sky. The opening bombing mission, that song's playing right now. Aerith said those screams you heard was the planet. Those who lived and died who returned, they're howling in pain. I'm trying to keep in cadence with the voice actor so you guys can get this full experience. Killed because of him, Sephiroth, says Cloud. Their words, they don't reach Sephiroth. All these moments and memories, precious and fleeting, they're like rain rolling off his back. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. That sounds like the most Kingdom Hearts-esque sentence I could write. And when they're gone, he won't cry or shout or... Okay, yes, he's a villain. He's supposed to do that. He only cares for himself. He wants to take the planet. Sephiroth would tell you he only cares about the planet, that he'd do everything in his power to go ahead and preserve his planet. But this isn't the way that it's supposed to be. What? Sephiroth is the greatest threat to the planet. There is no greater threat than him. He has to be stopped. And that's why I'm asking you to help me. I know that together we can stop Sephiroth. This is Aerith, by the way, still talking. But if we do... it's more than fate itself will be changed. If we succeed, if we beat Sephiroth, we'll be changing ourselves too. Red 13 looks questioned. That's why I hesitated for you to go fight him, she says to Cloud. There's a really, really loud screaming that has taken place. Lasers are flowing across the screen. Claude says it to Aerith. You said it yourself, Aerith. He must be stopped. And Cloud says, I've heard enough of the planets howling for a lifetime now. Are we going to be able to assume control of Cloud and walk into the portal? Okay. Destiny's Crossroads. It says, if you walk into the portal, strange things may happen. This is the most Kingdom Hearts thing I've ever seen in my entire life, you guys. This is like Recom when you have to open up the door. I am walking towards the portal. Aerith has asked me, are you ready to go? And I said yes. Tifa says, well, I've never challenged Destiny before. Red 13 says, this could be the last line of defense. This won't be easy. Aerith says, oh, she didn't say anything. She just looked back at the portal. Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Barret, and Red are looking all at the portal. Claude says, let's go. Claude is taking the first step into the portal, you guys. He is stopped at the entrance of the portal. He is reaching his hand out to touch the portal. Aerith, he is dilapidated into the portal. In goes Aerith, in goes Red 13 and Tifa at the same time, and Barret is still looking at the portal. He's very, very confused. Barret's still looking at all the ghosts who are surrounding the portal that Sephiroth made that he used Healing Wind on. Barret says, this isn't the first time I've defied destiny. Whether you could see the seams of destiny or don't, that doesn't change that Destiny's always trying to have things done her way. Barret has turned around to look at Shinra's tower. He's left his arm out like it's an opening of Durarara. And he looks over and says, Marlene, I'm coming home soon. Barret has now taken a step into the portal. And just like that, everyone is inside of the portal. The screen has turned a shade of white and the game has begun to autosave. This mission is called The Singularity. We are now sitting on the Midgar Highway. Literally the exact same scene that we just witnessed. But, you know, like, there's the highway stuff. You can see the tower. Shinra HQ's in the background. Barrett says that everything looks completely normal to him. If this is a dungeon, this game is somehow getting worse. Aerith says, look over there. There's a huge explosion in the sky. Oh, it's a million ghosts. Maybe a million's too high. Like, maybe a few thousand ghosts. They're dilapidating into the sky, and they're making like a huge purple thing. It looks like a storm. The ghosts have transformed into a tornado, which is wreaking havoc to the freeway. Lights are flying everywhere. Barrett says, wait, this isn't right. Cloud is about to pull out his sword. Cloud is turning around and running away from the tornado that is about to hit them. The tornado has picked up a tower and has chucked it into the sky. The tornado is still moving ever closer. The tornado has now picked up a part of the freeway. They have turned around. Oh my god. They have turned around where the portal used to be to jump back to the other side. And now there's another tornado. Both tornadoes are closing in at a very rapid pace. This is very scary. I've never felt tension like this in my entire life. Everyone has now been picked up by the tornado, and they have been chucked into the sky and henceforth into the big purple storm that I was talking about earlier. We get a first-person view of Cloud floating, just kind of going up. He's vibing. If I were to equate this to something, it's the Kingdom Hearts 1 when you get sucked up into the big tornado thing and you go to Traverse Town. We're in space or something like that. I don't really know where we're at. It's just like a big storm. Oh, we're above Midgar. Okay, we are completely above Midgar, and it looks like a wall again. That is another terrible texture. I think that is reused from Final Fantasy VII as well. Nice little Easter egg reference there. The ghosts are now behind Cloud, who is floating above Midgar, and watching as thousands of ghosts are entering the storm from behind him. Thousands more are also entering the storm. The screen has flashed black. It is now flashing purple. It's flashing white. The ghosts are now... There's a lot of electricity going on. Electricidad in the background. Something has opened up its arm. It looks like a Dark Knight, maybe? I can't really explain it. It's like a... there's like a purple thing. It's like a dude in a really big suit of armor. He's making the... that Darth Vader makes. The gigantic Titan has... Dark Knight Titan is using gravity and is pulling the stuff from the freeway from the bottom at the top of the tornado and putting it into this big gravity ball. He is now moving the stuff to his will. And now stuff is following and entering the gravity ball. He's now chucked the gravity ball like a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, but it's not moving that fast. His exit velocity wasn't very good. Cloud is dodging all of the excess stuff. He's now slashing all the excess stuff that came off of the gravity ball. He's jumping from place to place like it's an Advent Children. And I am now playing as Cloud, looking at a gigantic Titan that is holding a gravity ball, and he's throwing stuff at me. I'm running across the freeway here that's being just destroyed. I have slid down the freeway. Ghosts are now surrounding my path while I'm trying to run to fight the colossal Dark Knight Titan. I'm running from place to place, kind of like the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2. You know that one where you fight against Xemnas and it's really, really cool because Sora's jumping all over the city that never was, right? This is like that if you took all the good parts out of it. He's now found Tifa and Barrett, and he's looked up over at the gigantic, colossal Dark Knight Titan and says, so that's a Whisperer of Fate too? The Whisperer of Fate is now summoning clones of itself that are very multicolored. There's a purple one, an orange one, a red one, and a pink one. They all have various weapons. Barrett says, bring it on. Let's get this going. We are now fighting against the Whisper Rubrum with Tifa, Barrett, and Cloud. There's 3 of them. This is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. They have taken my childhood and ruined it. I hope the rest of this game and this series burns brighter than Nibelheim. The Whisper Reborn is an entity from the future timeline that has manifested itself in the present day. It fights with a sword to protect the future that gave shape to it. It fights barehanded. It fights with guns. So the bosses that were fighting, you guys, the reason as to why they had swords and all that stuff, were actually fighting, and I kid you not, the ghost versions of Cloud. Thank you, actually. I really, really appreciate that. We are fighting a Ghost Whisper version of Cloud, Tifa, and Barret, who have come to stop them from changing destiny. These things aren't talking. They just look like ghosts, but they're, like I said, they're colored and they are holding the weapons of the party. They have a lot of HP and they're souping up damage, like the likes of which I wish did not exist. This is a fight that is not even fun. It's just pointless and completely tedious. If you told me that this was in a Final Fantasy game, it's rated at 3.5 stars currently on Amazon in Japan. The Japanese are taking this harder than anyone, and by God, thank you for being the face of the universe that should be taking this harder than anyone. The big Dark Knight Colossal Titan has taken... The big Dark Knight Colossal Titan has shot like a few things. I didn't really know what it was. It kind of looked like the Big Shot Limit Break, but it kind of wasn't. I have scattered Tifa's ghost from the future, and I am now hitting it. Well, not staggered, I'm sorry. He's pressured. So I'm going to hopefully go and do as much damage as I can to it, because this, all things considered, may be one of the worst fights in Final Fantasy history. I think I would rather be playing Final Fantasy X-2 at this point. This is terrible. They're using level 3 magic now. I have just blocked Firaga. The big Colossal Titan in the back is using an attack right now called the Correction, and now all of the ghosts from the battlefield have completely disappeared. There's a big flash of light, and a tornado is now appearing. We're now running away because the tornado is headed right towards where we're standing. And if I were Tetsuya Nomura, I would make sure that the second I jump from this platform, it gets destroyed. And the second I jump from the platform, it has been destroyed. We're now running up above a destroyed Midgar. And Cloud has jumped. Tifa has grabbed him. He's almost fallen and died. Barret has grabbed his arm too. Ghosts are still flying everywhere, and there's a gigantic Colossal Titan that we are running towards to fight. By the way, I would take a screenshot right now and say, yes, this is the Final Fantasy VII Remake, not a fan fiction. But they've also blocked this from me taking screenshots. I wonder why they would ever do that. Anyhow, we've now run up, and the ghosts, the same exact ones from before, they're still here. And not only that, remember how I said I had staggered? I had pressured one of them to the point where I'm pretty sure that he was about to die. He's now at full HP. They're immune to every single status effect, but they have no weaknesses or no resistances to any magic, which is really, really cool, by the way, I would like to add. Just because, since they don't have resistance to magic, I can go ahead and do a fair bit amount of damage. This is absurd. This isn't Final Fantasy anymore, you guys. I would say this isn't even in the same ballpark as actual Final Fantasy. This is the most absurd thing. I wish I could be streaming it right now. I really do, because this is atrocious. Everything about this is bad. The big Colossal Titan is using an attack called Intercession. He is kind of did a punchy. We're now running away because the ghosts have disappeared. So we're running away, and just like in Tetsuya Nomura fashion, everything behind us is collapsing. Oh, thank you for that. Okay, we're sliding under stuff now. He used like his claw just grabbed a part of the freeway that we were running on. Okay, we're sliding now. We can control the sliding just a little bit though. And the ghosts are back. The ghosts are back. But this time it's only one of them. It's not all three. The ghost is really, really annoying to fight, by the way. I wish I could go ahead and say that more than what I've already had. This game is about going down to a 5.5 out of 10 for me, by the way. This is the biggest... I have never seen a tragic retelling of a story like this in my entire life. This is the most disgusting Disney-forced Nomura nonsense I have ever seen. And I will say it right now, unless I get a copy for free, I will not be buying any future installments of the remake. This may go down as one of the worst games I have ever played in my entire life. The gameplay may have been fantastic. The combat, okay, whatever. It gets a little shaky. The music may have been, for the most part, pretty fucking good. But this has taken a line that is so far up my childhood that I am completely disgusted. I have killed the ghost, by the way, and as a result of which the Harbinger is now being able to be shot at. I kind of lied. I can't. Final Fantasy X-2, I rate a 10.5 out of 10, and at this, oh, I'm sorry, 10.5, 10.2, I rate a 5.5 out of 10, and that's about where I put this game as well. Final Fantasy X-2, well, at least I may not have liked the story changes because I didn't like what they did with Yuna's character. For the most part, they changed a lot of things around, right? But at the end of the day, they did tell a decently cohesive a story. This is from the realms of absurdity. This is no longer cohesive. This is a hodgepodge mess. And I can go ahead and give the same exact compliments that I did to 10.2 to this game. I really, really like the 10.2 soundtrack. As you guys know, Memories of Eternal Light Waves is one of my favorite songs in all of Final Fantasy, not just 10.2. I thought the gameplay was fun, and it kind of reminded me of like a Final Fantasy V on the fly where I could change jobs whenever I wanted to. And that, you guys, was a lot of fun. I had a really, really good time with that. This isn't fun. The story isn't cohesive, and it's literally... If Final Fantasy VII, the original, is a sanctuary... Oh, that's happening right now. I haven't seen that yet. They are now showing the original ending of Final Fantasy VII. Red 13, you're a little bit... Okay. They have just said that the original ending of Final Fantasy VII is the bad ending. You have heard it right, folks. The ending of Final Fantasy VII, because I've been pausing, Justin, so pause here. I'm zoomed in on Tifa's face. The original Final Fantasy VII ending has been called the bad ending, according to Red 13. That is a disgrace to all the fans who played Final Fantasy VII from 1997 to 2019. That is the biggest slap in the face I have ever felt in my entire life. Fork you, writing staff. Fork you. So the original ending of Final Fantasy VII is considered the bad ending. So I've pressed play, by the way. Final Fantasy VII, Advent Children, that's not canon, you guys. That's the bad ending. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever. Okay, we are now fighting against two of the ghosts. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever experienced, maybe in the history of gaming. How dare they call that ending that we worked so hard to achieve in the past a bad ending? This is absurd, you guys. This is absurd. I am truly blown away. I really, really am. A vision of what happens if you fail here today is the bad. I'm sorry. The bad ending of the 7 remake is the good ending of Final Fantasy 7. I'm at the point right now where I'm ready to. I'm ready to go ahead and just kill. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the final fight. I am not gonna talk in an anime girl voice. I don't have the heart to right now. I'm disgusted. If Final Fantasy VII is a sanctuary, I have been tied up inside of it and watched it be just absolutely terrorized. I'm talking furniture removed, defaced. You don't tell me. I'm talking the furniture has been removed in it. My everything has been defaced. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. An image if we fail here today is the Final Fantasy VII ending. The right arm of the guy, the big colossal titan has... No, I'm not still on pause. I'm just fighting right now. The right arm of the big colossal titan has fallen. Because I hit one of the ghosts with a big thing, and it says that the harbinger of fate he's suffering from vicarious wounds, which is a very big word for this game. So that's good. I'm glad that they're teaching people vocabulary, but we weren't trying to play vocabulary. We were trying to play Final Fantasy VII. And what we got here, you guys, is not Final Fantasy VII. This is a terrible fan fiction retelling of a game that means so much to me. Okay, there's another vision that's happening, you guys. Meteor is now crashing into Gaia. Tifa says, "This can't be our future." Cloud has rescued Tifa from being stabbed by Cloud's ghost. Aerith says, "The future is now a blank page." All 3 ghosts are back now. Barrett wants to take the Dark Knight one. Cloud has just called his own ghost the B word. That is the most forced... I don't know if I've ever seen... He just called his enemy the B word. That was epic, you guys. Guys, Cloud Strife from Super Smash Bros. Brawl has called the thing the B word. The 3 of them are forming into something. The 3 of them have formed into a big dragon. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't any big dragon, you guys. They have transformed into Whisper Bahamut. Yes. Bahamut. You heard that correctly. Bahamut is now a hodgepodge of the ghosts. I'm glad they kept this in from the original. Bahamut has used Mega Flare, which has nearly killed the entire party. I'm going to go ahead and just use an elixir. There's no real point for me not to use an elixir. My elixir didn't work. Bahamut's rolling me, by the way. This fight is not fun. He's just kind of hitting me in like a stun lock combo. He's holding me against the corner, and I'm not being able to get a single hit off. This isn't fun. This isn't challenging. This is stupidity at its finest. This is probably the final boss, this Bahamut figure. And if so, I think this may be the worst final boss that I have ever seen in a Final Fantasy. This is atrocious. How anyone could be considered happy with this who's a fan of the original will forever puzzle me. Cloud has died again. Once again, because like I said, Tifa has died. Aerith is the only person who is still alive. And honestly, you guys, I think I'm going to lose at the final boss. Once again, not because this is really that challenging or anything, but because this is some of the worst mechanics I think I've seen in a final boss in the history of Final Fantasy. I have lost. Oh, sorry, I've gotten a limit break. You guys, I have been killed using the limit break to give you an idea of just how bad this fight is. This fight is not challenging. This fight is not fun. This Bahamut nonsense. You guys can see the loading screen? Maybe it works then. And it's gone. Oh my God. You guys, I have to restart from the very beginning. You guys, I have to restart from the very beginning. You guys, I have to restart from the very beginning. You guys, I have to restart. The motorcycle chase has just ended. It just showed the scene with Sephiroth in the wing. You guys, I have to restart from the very beginning. That was over 45 minutes of pointless cutscene after pointless cutscene after slaughtering my nostalgia, my childhood, and I get to experience it all over again. The entire sequence is now playing on a repeat. I can skip the cutscenes. Oh my God, I cannot skip the cutscenes. The cutscenes are not skippable. The only cutscene that was skippable was the one accessing the portal. This is the This is the worst. This may be the worst Final Fantasy game. I'm serious. I am now retrying this game so that way I could delete it from my PlayStation. I am never going to play this game again after tonight, and finally, I will not be buying any bit of the remake. I have decided, you know, I said earlier, hey, first off, I would go ahead and get it if I got it for free. No, that's done now. Someone could pay me to play the second parts and I would not be playing it. I would need to have them have and promise this time, because as I was telling you guys earlier, they said that this game was not going to deviate from the original. They said that in the documentary that they're writing, in Part 4 specifically. Toriyama says that as well as Nojima. That is false advertising, and that is disgusting. This may be the worst thing I have experienced in video game history. This game is falling faster than Platefall. This is disgusting. Okay. You cannot skip the cutscenes in here. Oh my god. I can't believe I was excited for this game. I can't. Well, you know what? No, I can, because I was promised a remake with brand new textures of what my childhood was. I think anyone would be happy for that. This isn't that, you guys. This is disgusting. I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in my life. And the fact of the matter is, you guys, we have to experience this whole thing over again. Because it doesn't let me just go to the final boss fight. For every single person that I said over the past 5 years to be excited for this game, for every video that I had documenting how excited I was and henceforth how excited you guys should be for what was going to be a gaming masterpiece, I'm sorry. I am sorry. For all of you guys that are watching this, I hope none of you ever have to be forced to play this game that have ever played the original Final Fantasy VII. Because at that point, that's what this is. This is a torture. This is a torture. This has completely taken away everything that Sakaguchi and the original team tried to create and maintain since 1990. What was it when this game started development? 1996? This is disgusting. 95. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is... This is... I can't begin to even... You know, maybe some of you guys are realizing that my depression's gone in my voice. I can't be sad anymore. Being sad will do nothing. I've told all of you guys that I am a shareholder in Square Enix. Tomorrow morning I will be selling every single share that I owe in the company. I don't care how much money I make. In fact, I don't care if my stocks are down. Actually, I think I'm probably going to make about $15 per share. I bought in when it was really, really cheap. Every share tomorrow morning will be sold. Because I understand that this game is going to go ahead and be making a profit. But it's a profit off of the backs that false advertising. And this isn't what all those years ago when I bought that shares, this isn't what I envisioned for the company that I was investing in. So, like I said, if I make money, great. If I don't make money, at least I get money back. I don't know. I'll go buy something else or invest in a company that really deserves it. But yeah, tomorrow morning, the second that market opens, 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. PST for me, I will no longer be a shareholder of Square Enix. Not until the company can prove it back. And I've seen a lot of shady stuff that companies have pulled in order to go ahead and cut profits on the stock market. This, believe it or not, may be the worst I've seen. And at the end of the day, I should make enough money to where I'll definitely make enough money because I think they're sitting at like $48 per share. Once again, I can't skip the cutscenes. I'll have enough money to where it was like they paid me to play this game and then some. I'm going to go work on the turnip market on Animal Crossing instead. I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm very ready to hear your idea. Okay. To do what? No, I wouldn't. It's not going to be that much money. It really won't. It's probably only going to be like $200, $300. Honestly, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing that's going to be like, I'm a millionaire now. No, not even close. Good. That's good. At the end of the day, you guys, I want everyone watching this stream to learn a really, really powerful lesson, a takeaway, if you will. Be careful when you ask for remakes. Be careful. Just don't do it. Because this is what you get. That's exactly right. So, you guys, my friends, everyone listening in, just don't ask for any more remakes. Final Fantasy VII should have stayed in 1997, and this game should never have existed. There's a part where open, because that's the big thing. Have an open mind when you play this game. This isn't even having an open mind anymore. This is I can't. I'm struggling to find the words for you guys. I really, really am. And I'm completely ready for the shills to come out in full force and act like this was the best game of all time. Because I know what'll happen. But it's nowhere close. It's nowhere close. And yes, you guys, I do believe that this is worse than Kingdom Hearts 3. I can also not skip the cutscenes. Alright, bud. Tifa has seen Meteor. Okay, we're now back. It took us about 25 minutes. We're back at the final boss. Yeah, they haven't formed yet. They haven't formed into Bahamut yet, though. They haven't formed into Bahamut just yet. They're still the three, I don't know what to call these things. Abominations. Okay, they have formed into Bahamut now. I'm gonna go ahead and cure up on everyone. This is going a lot better than the original fight. I limit break, so Bahamut is he's pretty much almost done. He's like down to half health. Leviathan has just been summoned. Oh my god, you actually can't block any of this guy's attacks. This is some of the worst. I think Cloud still has Mana Wall up, so Mega Flare shouldn't do too much. It did a lot, just not enough to make me lose. Not enough to make me lose. The fact that you cannot, I repeat, you cannot block in this fight. Alright, come on, Leviathan. Tidal Wave better do some damage. He's about at 30% HP, I'd say. Alright, he's about 10% now. That rolled him. I have killed Whisper Bahamut. And what do you know? The 3 ghosts are back. Are you serious? The 3 ghosts have now locked me into a near infinite hit combo, but it's okay. I got out of it. The game is completely like lag glitching right now to the point where spells that are being cast aren't actually being cast. I can't even begin to fathom what is going on right now. The AI is playing atrocious, and they're just getting hit by every single one of these things as AoEs. The enemy is now being able to interrupt every single spell that I'm casting. So, yeah, that's cool. Everyone's back up to full HP. At the very least, we have that much. Oh, about that. I'm now stun locked into another infinite hit combo. I don't mean to be deep breathing, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am actually seething right now. I think I'm just really focused. This fight is so bad that it's just causing me to deep breathe. I wish I could tell you just how bad this fight is, but okay, we have killed one of the three. Oh my god. They just show... They have just shown Sephiroth fighting Cloud in the 1v1 at the end of Final Fantasy VII, the original. Once again, that's the bad ending that they just destroyed. Okay, another memory is now being shown. This time it's Aerith's death. You guys, Aerith's death is now the bad ending. Aerith's death is now the bad ending. Okay, we have killed the final one, and by proxy have now killed the Harbinger. Yep. Aerith's death is now the bad ending. They have shown Cloud putting Aerith in the water. Aerith's death is now the bad ending. Okay, the Dark Knight Harbinger of Fate has been killed. The screen has gone white. Cloud is holding the Buster Sword, and it's a CG. That's why he's holding the Buster Sword. Cloud asks Aerith, "Where are we?" Aerith shakes her head. Sephiroth says, "I'm waiting." The CG really doesn't look that good here. It looks really not good. Okay, Meteor is now being summoned on them above Midgar. Sephiroth is floating in this black cloud. The ghosts are now grabbing Meteor. No, yeah, the ghosts are now surrounding Sephiroth and going in from Meteor to his heart. The ghosts have grabbed Meteor, put it inside them, and then went inside of Sephiroth. Sephiroth is now levitating the background of Midgar, which is destroyed, with his hand. Sephiroth has picked up Shinra Tower and threw it at Cloud. Sephiroth is now descending. One Winged Angel is beginning. This isn't rewarding. This is the final boss, isn't it? Sephiroth is the final boss. Okay, we are now 1v1ing Sephiroth. His movements are just kind of slow, easily dodgeable. This isn't the Sephiroth fight you remember, folks. The only thing that is cool is that he's parrying all of Cloud's attacks. Midgar is completely destroyed in the background, and I'm pretty sure this is taking place in like another realm, maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm actually don't, unless we could just do the Rufus strat and use triple slash because I can't miss. I'm gonna go ahead and just use assess. Unable to read. Oh, he got pressured all of a sudden. Never mind. Oh my god. This is so stupid, you guys. You guys, this is dumb. Like, this is actually stupid. This fight isn't fun in any way, shape, or form. I staggered him. Cloud is using like a makeshift Omni Slash. Didn't really do much damage to him. And now, back to your regularly scheduled program. The fight is now back to normal. Sephiroth has now thrown me back onto the other platform. Once again, it's just... Sephiroth's attacks are just kind of slow. They're bountiful, they're just slow. There's an attack pattern here. He's staggered again. He's saying a whole bunch of edgy quotes that Sephiroth should never say, such as, "Will you weep for me?" He's using Scintilla. That's cool. That's a throwback to Dissidia. Of course, Scintilla is his counter hit. Just don't attack in Scintilla, and he won't attack you. So that's a good reference. Thank you, Dissidia. I'm glad that you've made a callback. Okay, so this is the most pointless and mindless boss battle I have ever seen. It's literally block. Okay, and then he's going to use an attack called Aeolian Onslaught. Just dodge it, and then he automatically gets staggered. You hit him a few times, and then that's it. He'll sometimes throw in a few magic spells. It's really, this fight is... Dodging an attack from him automatically pressures him for some reason. Don't ask me the lore for that. Sephiroth, whenever he also uses an ability, like I said, says, "Cry for me." This is atrocious. The only thing cool about this fight is the fact that whenever Sephiroth blocks it, it makes a cool clinging sound. I wish I was lying. The One-Winged Angel sounds pretty decent too, I guess. I staggered Sephiroth again. I'm just going to go ahead and LB him. Okay, there's a phase change. Sephiroth is having ghost stuff come off. He just attacked Cloud with a... Okay, there's a phase change now of music. He just picked up a space rock of debris and threw it at him. The space rock exploded. Because Aerith came in and helped. So now Aerith is here helping. Oh, the second best compatibility is who comes on to help you for that part? Well, that's good, because I thought for a second it was going to be the first, and that just made me really, really sad. I thought for some reason I may have had Aerith as the first. He's staggered again. There's like a really kind of cool team attack that just happened. Textures just faced a really, really bad lag issue. This fight's a lot easier with 2 people. He's staggered again. I got another LB, so that helps. There's a new phase change. Sephiroth has grown his wing. Hello, Kingdom Hearts. Hello, Kingdom Hearts. Sephiroth has grown his wing. Sephiroth has put the sword to Cloud's face. Tifa came in and kicked him in the noggin. Sephiroth now has a wing. Sephiroth now has a wing, lads. Okay, what? Red pill me. What could it be? Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. This is my favorite part of One Winged Angel. Do 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 do. They did that part good. Oh, I'm friends with the creators of that on Facebook, and they've been posting about it, and they're talking about how much they're just pretty upset by the changes. So yeah, I really hope that they come back. All right, this One Winged Angel is slapping. This One Winged Angel is incredible, you guys. It is a shame that this is what has to come with it. This One Winged Angel is incredible. Like, this rivals the original, you guys. If you haven't heard it, maybe it's on YouTube, I don't know. It's going to be hard to go ahead and probably get, considering that, as you guys know, this is banned for me to stream. So the same goes for anyone. Come on, can't I do a cool team attack this time? I guess not. It's up on... Okay. I would recommend searching it up. This is kind of freaking good. This fight is as Kingdom Hearts as imaginable. In the worst way possible. But this song... This song is a slapperoonie. Sephiroth can no longer stagger, I guess. He's using a lot of his Dissidia moves. He just used Hell's Gate. His wing, oh my god, his wing has just dissipated into Ghost. His wing's back. He's now surrounded in a tornado. Oh, he summoned Meteor. Yes, guys, you heard that correctly. Sephiroth has summoned Meteor without the black materia. You guys, Sephiroth has summoned the black. He has summoned Meteor without the use of the black materia. And now the song is going a little way too fast for the original pacing. There's also now a countdown on Sephiroth, and I'm assuming is akin to the old games in there. Whenever Bahamut would go ahead and use Mega Flare, they had a countdown for it. What's it called is now kind of changing. It doesn't really sound too much like... It doesn't really sound too much like One Winged Angel anymore. The countdown is still continuing. Of course, once again, he's using Heartless Angel. Heartless Angel has put everyone inside of the range into a single HP. That is a Kingdom Hearts attack, tried and true. So... that's cool. Thanks. I'm gonna summon the Fat Chipogo on Sephiroth. Yeah, this fight isn't. It's not too rewarding, fellas. For whatever reason, Sephiroth has used Heartless Angel yet again, and Cloud just keeps getting whomped on by it. Because the AI is, well, you know. Meteor's looming closer. He's probably down to about 5% HP. Meteor is going full schizo, though. I have a limit break. I think this will end it. He's probably about 3% HP. And Limit Break has finished the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Meteor has disappeared. The ghosts have dilapidated. Barrett's come in and shot all the ghosts. Red 13 has come in. Aerith says we could change fate and make it right. Aerith shot down all the ghosts with a Thundaga. Tifa has punched them. Cloud is jumping at Sephiroth right now. He's run off the walls of all of dilapidated Midgar. He's getting him with a single slash. And he hit him in the head. That's it. Sephiroth could have blocked it, but instead he just stared as the sword entered his noggin. The meteor has exploded. The background has exploded. They're not going to do this right now. I swear on my... I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done. I'm done. I am done, you guys. Just like the original Final Fantasy VII, Cloud has gone to a different dimension to fight his metaphysical representation of Sephiroth. Sephiroth says that which lies ahead does now not yet exist. This is an abomination. Sephiroth says our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not be the one who ends. Nor will you be the one who ends, Cloud. Cloud says, what? This is playing one of my favorite songs in Final Fantasy VII, which is the Forgotten City, which is you could hear the cries of the planet. Cloud says, where are we? Sephiroth says, we are at the edge of all creation. Sephiroth says, Cloud, please lend me your strength. Sephiroth says, let us defy destiny together. And he holds his hand out to him. Cloud's going schizo, but instead he pulls out his sword. Cloud says, I'll never join you. Sephiroth has pulled out his sword, and now they're going to duel each other just like the ending of Final Fantasy VII. This is disgusting. They're doing all the flashes. Cloud should be able to... He's going to go ahead and, I'm assuming, use Omni Slash. Cloud and Sephiroth are fighting in a CG mess. Meanwhile, you can hear the cries of the planets going on in the background. Cloud and Sephiroth are now at a cross swords. Sephiroth says, no, not yet. Sephiroth has ran at him, and he slashed Cloud's sword so hard it flew out of his hands. Sephiroth says, you have 7 seconds until the end. These 7 seconds might be time enough for you. But what will you do with these next 7 seconds? Let us see. Sephiroth has disappeared into a wing. They have also ruined the ending scene of Final Fantasy VII. This is an amalgamation. Rufus Shinra is now standing over Midgar, viewing from the top of Shinra Tower. Heidegger has walked into the room. Heidegger says, Mr. Vice President. Sung has said, no, Mr. President. And Rufus says, yes, that's right. Scarlet, Palmer, and Reeve are all standing at his desk. Palmer looks very schemy, and Scarlet looks incredibly happy to see him. Heidegger takes a stand next to Scarlet. Rufus is now doing the thinker, and he sits in President Shinra's chair, and he says, researchers are now running all over the Genova lab. Hojo is standing over the Genova thing that whatever broke out of. Hojo's standing over it and realizing that the piece of Genova, which should be the arm, is missing. Or I think now, I'm sorry, the head. Hojo has begun to start maniacally laughing. This is so cheesy. CGs have begun. Oh, it's the ending of Crisis Core, you guys. Instead, though, Zack won. And the design of the bag of chips that stamp was on, it's a different design. This is disgusting. So stamp has a square instead of a blue one, and saying that we've entered in another timeline, I'm assuming. The main theme is playing triumphantly in the background. An explosion has happened in the distance. Zack has looked up. And what does Zack see? Zack sees all the ghosts of Midgar. And all the ghosts of Midgar have dilapidated away. Zack has now hilted the Buster Sword. And he looks up into the sky. Zack is alive. This is probably the worst game ever made. People are now beginning to rebuild. It looks like Sector 7. The main theme is playing again, but now this is one sounds a little bit more dynamic. Yes, Sector 7 is being rebuilt, my friends. The thing that should still be crushed under the plate, yes, it is being rebuilt. And in the air, the sparkles of light that happened with Zack saw are now raining over the Sector 7. The Sector 7 that should be crushed under the plate. It is now showing the orphanage, the Leaf House, and everyone is celebrating looking up at the sky. And inside the Leaf House, we see Jesse's gloves, Jesse's headband, Biggs. And Biggs has opened up his eyes. Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge have all survived platefall. Meanwhile, Marlene runs downstairs and she's at Almira's house, putting water on the flowers. And she looks up at the window and says, "Dad?" The scene cuts to flower petals floating over. Barrett looks over exactly where Marlene is standing and leaves his hand out and says, "Marlene," like he could see her even though she's supposed to be 300 meters below. Barrett says, "I'll come back for you." They are now standing on the mountains on the edge of Midgar. Tifa looks over a cloud and says, "What's now?" Aerith shakes her head. Looks over at the Buster Sword, and Cloud is now holding a black feather. Oh, he grabs it and it is now dissipated. Cloud has said Sephiroth. As long as Sephiroth is still out there, Barrett says, "I thought you killed him." Cloud has shaken his head. Aerith says, "No, we can beat him." "No, we will beat him." Tifa says, "Count me in." Red 13 says, "If it's to be a hunt, use a nose like mine." Of course, in the original, he says, "I'm going as far as Cosmo Canyon." Barrett has scratched his head and says, "I'm in too." Sephiroth wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of the planet is an enemy of Avalanche. Cloud looks like he almost smiles and looks over at people standing over Midgar. Rain has begun to fall, just like how it does at the end of Crisis Core. Hollow is starting to play. That's about how I feel. Zack and Cloud are now walking towards the party. Yes, you have heard that correctly. Zack and Cloud have begun walking towards the party. The screen has gone white, and it shows Aerith. Aerith has held her hand out. And Aerith says, I miss the Steel Sky. That is the worst ending thing I've ever read. The screen has gone black with white text saying, the unknown journey will continue. This may have been the worst Final Fantasy game I have ever played in my entire life. Not a single person died in Platefall. Zack is still alive. Wow. Holy hell. This is atrocious. Yeah, this song is, no. I'm actually speechless. Not because it was good, but because this may have been the worst game I've ever played. Wow. So they have retconned the entire game. Zack lived. All of Avalanche lived. No one died in Platefall. And they rebuilt Sector 7. What was the point of adding Roche? He was there for a single scene. I don't really have too much to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed my commentary for this absolute nightmare. Because I know that they didn't allow me to go ahead and you know, stream the rest of this. The ending lyric, I know that you're howling and hollow. Yes, I am. This is disgusting, you guys. I can't wait. I'm only 4 hours away from me, 5 hours away from me never having to deal with this god-awful company again, you guys. I can just go and sell all my shares and we out. Wonderful. Are we going to get a post-credit scene, or is it just going to go ahead and take me back to the start? For those of you asking, yeah, I will be deleting this game off of my PlayStation the second that this scene ends. I don't care about the Platinum Trophy anymore. I don't know. The lyrics don't really mean anything either. It's just more ways that they can go ahead and Nomura wanted to go ahead and add some, even though Nojima wrote the lyrics, he wanted to add some simple and clean type beat. This is a game that, because there's more credits playing now, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. This is a game that they disguised as a remake, which is technically now a sequel, because it's showing the events that have already happened. This isn't a remake of Final Fantasy VII, you guys. This is probably the biggest false advertising scam I've ever seen, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down as one of the biggest gaming scandals in modern history. I would not be. I wouldn't. And my reason behind it is that this has been completely falsely advertised. The fact that Zack is alive, why? Do you know how much that means to the plot? I'm pretty sure Nomura did that just because he's salty at Tabata. Because Tabata's a better writer who could write a cohesive story that makes you cry at the end. I mean, some of the three most impactful Final Fantasy stories of all time are, you know, 15 Type 0 and Crisis Core. But you can't say that about Crisis Core anymore because guess what? Zack isn't dead. This is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. If anything, I wish that the Whispers of Fate can go back and tell my 15-year-old self, do not be excited for this game. You were going to get ripped off and you were going to be sad. And guess what? Maybe then could fate and destiny been avoided. This is the biggest joke I've ever seen. And now let me tell you about why this is probably going to go ahead and get worse. Okay? First off, I want to go ahead and apologize to all of you guys from me. I want to go ahead and apologize and say I am sorry for hyping this game up. I'm sorry for making all those videos on it. I'm sorry for following this game so much and hyping this game up. Because I hope that none of you guys ever have to play through this mess who've played the original game. Okay? And I know you guys will be like, oh, it's okay, whatever. No, it's not. Whatever. Let's just leave it at that. Don't play this game. Second off, what is going to be the most disheartening for me is the fact that I know a whole bunch of corporate chills are going to eat this stuff up like it was the best game ever. And I'm not going to go ahead and say any names because a lot of people haven't finished this game yet, but I'll tell you right now, as more and more people get to the ending of this game's Metacritic score, user review score, and overall enjoyment is going to tank, as it should. Because this is a false advertisement, which is a sequel, like an FF7 2, not a remake. That final boss was something that I think they got from Kingdom Hearts 4. It's Scala ad Calum type nonsense. And I am so disheartened by it, I wish I could tell you. They have collectively ruined one of my favorite stories of all time, my childhood, you guys. They have collectively ruined my childhood by saying that what I played as a kid was actually the bad ending. And one of the most impactful deaths in the entire series, and Zack didn't actually happen. That right there is just, it's gross, it's disheartening, and it's disgusting that somebody could do that. They've completely changed the plot, and I am so, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, you guys. No, I will not be playing any more of the remakes. You guys know how much of a Final Fantasy fan I am. It's literally the reason I started streaming was to go ahead and play World of Final Fantasy before this game came out. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Will I continue to stream Final Fantasy? Of course, because I made a promise to you guys that I would play all the old games. And I would do so in a way to 100% them, become the first streamer to do so. Will I be doing any more of the 7 remake? Will I be doing any more projects? No. Will I be playing the 13 series? Yes. Will I be playing Final Fantasy 9? Yes. Will I be finishing up my run of Final Fantasy 7? Abso-forking-lutely. Final Fantasy 7, you guys, is still a top 3 game of all time with me, with Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy X, and Final Fantasy 7. That game is not going to change. The original Final Fantasy 7 will remain as a nostalgic dream to me. Something that is probably the most pertinent thing that I had in my childhood. The reason, like I said, that you could argue that I am even still alive, because that game was my life, you guys. For the original Final Fantasy VII was so godly, so beautiful. It was like nothing that I'd ever seen in my entire life, and that is what kept me going for all these years. Okay. Does that mean that I'm going to go ahead and throw away all that nostalgic stuff, all those dreams I had of childhood? Absolutely not, you guys. Absolutely not. But I've just realized now that all those dreams and memories and stuff like that, all the envisionments I had of Final Fantasy VII being remade in modern graphics, guys, they should have stayed just that. This will go out to a very, very powerful lesson to all of you guys who are asking for a remake of different games. Some of you guys have been wanting Final Fantasy VI remakes. Some of you guys have been wanting Final Fantasy IX remakes. You guys don't ask for remakes anymore, because I've realized now, if there's any positive lesson that I could go ahead and learn from this, you guys, those remakes should stay in the past. Final Fantasy VII is still one of the greatest stories of all time. Not Final Fantasy VII Remake, but the original Final Fantasy VII. And nothing, no matter how much plot, padding, hallway simulator, remakes, graphics, whatever else they put, they're not going to be able to change the original, because the original has already been made and the original is already a masterpiece and is regarded by many, rightfully, as one of the greatest, if not the greatest game of all time. Don't let this take away from the original, and that is my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that this will go ahead and take away from the original, because this nonsense is definitely tainting the name of Final Fantasy VII. It doesn't deserve to have that in the title, you guys. This feels like Final Fantasy 16 X crossover 358 over 2 X crossover Unchained Key X crossover Kingdom Hearts 4 FT, featuring Cloud and Sephiroth. This isn't Final Fantasy VII Remake. With that, of course, there's come some very, very sorrowful news, in the sense that the game that all of us have been wanting to be remade for so long, you guys, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm talking, go ahead, keep this gameplay, get the original story of Final Fantasy VII, and merge them. I don't think that'll ever come, you guys. I don't. And for all of you guys that have been waiting since the PS3 tech demo to just imagine what a futuristic Final Fantasy VII would look like, I'm sorry. I wasn't really born long enough to see that. I didn't play the original, as you guys know. I'm 20, so I don't have that. But I apologize on behalf of them, because that is upsetting. I couldn't even imagine what that must be like to wait for so long to see this into fruition. I've been waiting since I finished this game since I was 9 years old. I've been waiting for about 11 years to see the credits roll on Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I've realized now, I wish that this game was never made. Like I said, I wish the Time Jannies could go back and tell me that the Change Bad Ghosts could go back and tell me to not get hyped, and also go back and tell Square to never make this game with the staff that they did. This was also one more thing. To any of you guys that are listening, because I know that my screen's cut because they've cut my recording of this, I want to go ahead and say real quick, For any of you guys that are wondering if this is an expansion to the original Final Fantasy VII, as it's been marketed, it is not a expansion to the original Final Fantasy VII by any and all means. My reason behind that is you go to the same exact spots that you do in the original Final Fantasy VII, you guys. There's no new exploration. You don't go to Sector 2. You don't go to Sector 3. You don't get to explore Sectors 1 and 5. You don't get to explore Sector 8. You don't. They added the same exact thing, but instead from point A to point B, it just takes you 2 hours now instead of 5 minutes. So instead of jumping from story beat to story beat, you jump from a story high to, oh my god, I'm going to rip my eyes out. I'm running in a hallway simulator. That, you guys, is not expansion. That is prolonging a story beat. And here's where things get even more disgusting. The original directors of this game and the writers and the writing staff, including Nojima, who had so much work on the original, had to have known that this game is not meant to be 35 hours. It's not. It's meant to be a 4-hour to 6-hour segment, like you guys saw when I streamed the original Final Fantasy VII. Obviously, I know that game like I do the back of my hand, so we flew through it, and that's fair. And we still finished like, what, 3 hours and 38 minutes, I think, is the save right before Calm. Okay? This isn't meant to be a 35-hour experience, you guys. This is meant to introduce you to all the characters. This is meant to make you ask questions, and this is meant to make you want to continue. They have cut or just completely ruined some of the most impactful and powerful scenes in all of Final Fantasy VII. That Tifa scene, the childhood friend scene that you see with Tifa, no longer with Tifa, and instead is just some random schizo incident with Roche, who, by the way, I thought was actually a fun character. He has one scene in this game, you guys. One. What the hell? What's the point of even adding him then? Did they really just want to go ahead and dab on the original work? It's so beyond me the changes that they made. I don't get it. Second off, they completely ruined the whole entire Trail of Blood scene, and maybe that was to keep age rating. I can almost guarantee that was to go ahead and keep age rating. Because that Trail of Blood scene is the reason as to why thank you. That Trail of Blood scene is the reason as to why you want to follow Sephiroth. Because he just yoked all of Shinra HQ, something that Avalanche couldn't do in like 10 years. Right? He yoked all of it in a matter of 10 minutes. And then you come in President Shinra Trim, and what do you see? Our guy is impaled, right, with the Masamune. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought Sephiroth was dead. No, he's back, and he's better than ever. And you ask questions for the whole entire Chasing the Man in the Black Cape arc. Those questions no longer need to be asked, because whatever the hell they tried to pull with this. Also, for those of you guys that have played Crisis... Oh, no. 2 things. First off, for those of you guys that only played the original, I'm sorry for seeing this ending. This is an amalgamation. You guys might be like, who the hell is this dude? Who is this Zack guy? Because maybe you didn't go and do the optional scene in the Shinra Manor before the whole live stream sequence with Tifa. If you don't know that, honestly, this whole Zack scene doesn't make sense. Right? For those of you guys that have played Crisis Core, I'm sorry because they took the most influential, emotional, and pretty much traumatic scene from that entire game and made it a retcon. Yes, you heard that correctly. A retcon. Zack is still alive. No one died in Platefall, the other traumatic experience that makes you want to go ahead and hate Shinra, and the whole entire mystique, the mysteriousness of Sephiroth, dead. Dead because they showed him more than what they have in the original game. I sat through that entire credit sequence, and yes, there is a post-credit scene for those of you guys that are asking. Oh, I lied. It's not. It just leveled me up. It says, Chapter Select has now been unlocked. Open the main menu to do so. Hard difficulty is now unlocked. There is now something called the play log. You now get twice as much EXP and 3 times as much AP. Once again, disgusting. I don't understand what's the point of playing this game if that's the case. Why? Why? What's the point? Explain it to me. Why? What's the point? Also, I want to go ahead and give you a few more things, you guys. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to be talking about this. Okay, I really, really don't. And I'm going to go ahead and say something. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say something. Something that should worry all of you guys. Because I'm actually going to put my phone to my speaker. It is going to be atrocious. I'm just saying the audio quality is going to be atrocious. I was kind of keeping this under wraps, but when the demo came out, I have a buddy who worked hard at trying to go ahead and get all the files out, like the music files and stuff like that. And he was actually able to go ahead and break through the encryption on the demo files and was able to extract all of the music files for me and sent them to me so I could download them. All I had to do was convert it to an MP3. If you look over there at where it says music disc collected, I have 28 of 31. Okay? All of the music discs in this game were from Final Fantasy VII. They were just different remixes. Cosmo Canyon, Fight On, The Crazy Motorcycle Chase. In the text files of the game, you could actually look into all of the music, and inside of the files is a jukebox section. If you open up in this section, you guys, this is what you get. And once again, I'm literally going to put my phone to my speaker because of how much I want to talk about how much this has bothered me. So you go over here to the text box files, and you go over and you just press a song. Hold on. Let me give you a prime example. That one's in the game. Here we go. If you guys could hear that. This is one of the jukebox songs that it's in the original files for the game. Some of you guys might be able to go ahead and notice what song this is just based off of the opening beat. I'll let it play for a little bit. This is Eternal Wind from Final Fantasy III. If you guys can hear it in the background, you probably can be able to recognize it now. It's the overworld theme for Final Fantasy III. None of the music discs that were featured from other Final Fantasy games were included in this game. And that is probably the most troublesome thing for me. I don't understand why they would cut that. Included in this, by the way, in these other music discs is Eternal Wind, To Xanarkand, Ron Fower, Melodies of Life, Protecting Your Devotion, some of the most important songs in all of Final Fantasy's cumulative history. By the way, they made a boss fight remix of the Final Fantasy 1, and it is a slapper. I was so excited to hear that in this game, but guess what, you guys? It was cut. If you have the original files for the game and you have the original music files that you have encrypted because you had either you or Ultra Hackerman or you know someone who is, then you can go ahead and listen to these and you guys will know that I'm right. But they cut this from this game. And I am so confused as to why. Because the Ron Fower remix they made into a lot more. It's played on like on an instrumental guitar, and it's really, really emotional, I guess I should say. And I really, really liked it, and I was really, really stoked to see that in game. But they cut it. There is no Melody of Life. There is no. I think Eyes on Me was even one of the songs in there. And unless you have, like I said, Hackerman Friend or the original files, you wouldn't know this. So, like I said, I probably shouldn't be saying this because, you know, XD deleted this, knows Hackerman, got the files, blah, 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 blah. I'm just letting you guys know how much they've ruined and tarnished this remake. With that being said, I'm going to now delete this game off of my PlayStation. And I will not be going and stream. I can't. It cuts me. It cuts me from doing so. Whenever I like go to the PlayStation dashboard, it just cuts the stream. So I can't. I wish I could stream it though. If I had an Elgato, I'd be able to. So I'm now going to go ahead and delete this from my PlayStation. I want to thank all of you. What are these manuscripts, by the way? For joining me in this. And oh, okay. I would have to make a compilation. I'll do it another time. I just want to go ahead and say thank you to all of you guys. Really, it means a lot. I'm sorry that this couldn't go the way that we did, but all of you guys have been here and been super supportive. And I've been streaming 5-6 hours a night, so I cannot thank you guys enough. Really, you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. I will not be playing the subsequent releases of this game unless major changes are made. I will probably be going and making a few YouTube videos on the whole thing because, like I said, I don't think a lot of people are going to fall for it and just go ahead and say, like, have an open mind, you know, new writing staff, new direction. No. Definitely not. And that's definitely not going to be me either. So if I don't see a little bit of a trend change in the community with people talking like, hey, we've been duped, we've been false advertised, then I'll step in and make my own videos on it. Once again, I don't expect me to gain any traction because I have like a solid 30 subscribers, but at the end of the day, I can at least say that I tried. So thank you, all of you guys. Don't think that I hate Final Fantasy now, because I don't. I hate the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I hate the people who made this amalgamation, and I hate the people that are trying to deface one of the greatest stories of all time. In the famous words of my hero, humanitarian icon Sam Hyde, your memories, your nostalgia in this world aren't being destroyed, they're being killed. And those that kill it have names and addresses. No, but in all seriousness, you guys, thank you so much for all of the support. Don't think I hate Final Fantasy now. We'll be back. We'll be streaming Final Fantasy VII. We'll be streaming Summer Pockets, you guys. We're going to be streaming good stories. We're going to be streaming some good, cohesive stories. We're going to be streaming some stuff that a 13-year-old might not be able to come up with. I know, that's crazy after what we've seen here tonight. What? We're going to be streaming some Final Fantasy IX, you guys. We're going to be streaming some Final Fantasy VII. Have you played Final Fantasy VII? PS1. That's right. We're going to be streaming Summer Pockets. We're going to be streaming Muv-Luv the Alternative. We're going to be streaming some of the best renowned games of all time, you guys. We're not done. We're definitely not done. Final Fantasy VII Remake is not the ending for us. The Time Jannies are coming into my room right now, and they're telling me that I cannot give up streaming, because this was my goal. I was going to end streaming the day I finished the Final Fantasy VII Remake. No, the Time Jannies are here, you guys. They're not letting me delete my account. We're going to continue. And we're going to make things better than ever, no matter what. No matter what roadblocks, no matter what Nomura tries to do to time travel and ruin us, it's not going to happen. We're not being ruined, you guys. We're not. With that, I will see you guys all later. I'll probably put up a poll after what happens when we finish Summer Pockets. But we're going to go ahead and stream next. Until then, like I said, thank you so much for everything, day in and day out. Love you guys from heart to heart. Thank you so much for all the support. We'll be back and we'll be better than ever. Fork Final Fantasy VII Remake. Fork the writing staff. But don't fork Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII still lives on as one of the greatest games of all time, and that will not change, no matter how much Nomura and Co. will try to deface it. Thank you guys again. Delita signing off. We're not even forgetting about that game. Don't worry, that's my Bible. So we Delita signing off. I hope all of you guys have enjoyed, even though you haven't been able to see the screen for the past 2.5 hours. Have a nice night. See you all soon.